We are going to go ahead and get started here with Josh Reed.
Hey, Tremaine, thanks for taking a few minutes here. I'm going to ask you, it looks like Matt Milano's trending toward Monday being back in the lineup. What does it mean to you, having played alongside of him for a couple of years now? What does it mean when he's in the lineup for you?
I'm excited for him, man. Just an opportunity for him to get out there and, display his talents again. I mean, we know he's a playmaker on his defense. And just to have him out there, confident and healthy, good thing for him. The biggest thing is I'm just glad that he got himself together. He was a pro, did what he had to do. And now I know he's excited, man. He's fired up today at practice, and I know he can't wait to be out there.
You look like you're as healthy as you've been all season. Matt's coming back. AJ's playing as well as he's played all year. How excited are you as we hit December now that the linebacking group is playing and is set up to have a really nice run toward the playoffs?
I'm real excited, man. I'm real excited. In particular in our group, we had a couple setbacks as far as injury-wise, but, now that guys are getting back healthy, it's the perfect time to go out and display what we could do. I mean, we never panic, man. It's just, you know how the season goes. Sometimes you have ups, sometimes you have downs, but it's about how you respond to them. And, I think we do a good job in our room of holding each other accountable. And, whenever we come out to practice, we all have a mission, and that mission is to get better, simply. So, we're all excited, man, not just in our group. I think you can see this around, the team. Everybody's excited, and we're just going to keep going. It's a perfect time, man. It's the time that you would look forward to in football.
That's great. Thanks, Tremaine. Appreciate your time.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Hey, Tremaine. Dante Lasting, Bills.com. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
With this being the second consecutive season with an 8-3 start, how can looking back on the hardship of last season help improve this football team down the stretch?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Say that last part one more time.
How can looking back on the hardships of last season help improve this team down the stretch?
To be honest with you, man, we're not looking back at all, man. We're just looking forward. We learned stuff from last year, but last year was a different football team. We got different guys here this year. So now we just focus on, getting past that step, So if we're looking back any, it's getting past that, now actually winning that when we get to that point. But, right now, man, we still got a long ways to go. We're still taking in the game at a time, but we just looking forward, man. And, we just preparing ourselves to get ready for the next game.
Definitely. Well, thank you and good luck this week.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Tremaine, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Thanks for taking the time. Deebo Samuel made his return last week, and every time the ball was in his hands, he just jumped off the screen. If you go back and watch that, obviously you guys have probably broken him down on film this week. Is it a situation where a guy like this that it doesn't matter who you are or what position you play on the defense, you have to be ready for a playmaker like this?
Yeah. That's the NFL, man. It's playmakers all around the board, and so I think whoever you're going against, man, you got to come with your best game. And so, not just, pinpointing certain guys. Each week you got to bring it. And, that's the beauty of this game, man. You got to show up each and every week. So, we're practicing hard, man. We'll be ready.
Thank you.
Tremaine, John Worrell.
What's going on?
I'm good. I hope you're well, too. Fair to say that for a variety of reasons, whether it's injuries or the weird off season, that this defense spent at least the first half of the season, maybe or part of the first half of the season, searching for something, and maybe it's found it the way you guys are playing right now.
I wouldn't really say we were searching for anything. Throughout the season, you have ups and downs. Everything's not going to be pretty all the time, and you're going to go through some adversity. And I think the good thing about this defense and the thing that I appreciate with these guys is that, nobody ever put their heads down. Nobody ever quit. Nobody ever, ever doubted ourselves. We just show up every day at practice. Continuing to get better, even when things not going perfect, as we know. It's been times when, things didn't go the way that we wanted them to go. But, the good thing about these guys that I appreciate being a linebacker, man, is just that we got a group that's going to strive to get better. Things that we may have struggled with, our emphasis on that each and every week at practice. So I wouldn't really say we were searching for anything, because I see it every time in practice that, you got guys that's wanting to get better. And, anytime you have that, man, it's just a matter of time till, things start clicking. So now it's just about, being consistent and continuing to get better even more now.
I appreciate that. Now, just I know Matt's coming back back at practice, and there's a chance he'll play on Monday. But what can you say about AJ Klein and what he's done to fill that spot, and just how he's kind of adapted to this new team and the impact that he's made the past few games?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's evident. I mean, he's making plays and, showing up. I mean, both of those guys are playmakers, man. And, obviously we can see that when they're both in there. So, I take my hats off to both of them. AJ's been playing good ball, stepping in, playing that role, being more comfortable in the system, being that he's a new guy. And, you can see that, things are starting to show. And, we all know Matt's a playmaker, man. He's been making plays since I got here. So, extremely excited for both of those guys.
Thanks. Have a good trip to Arizona.
Appreciate it.
Tremaine, you got me? Can you hear me?
Yep, I got you.
Okay. So I know you said you're not looking back, but you got playing the 49ers in Arizona, obviously where the Hail Mary happened. Is it at all maybe just in the back of your mind, just possibly that this is what happened? We got to redeem ourselves in this stadium, maybe just a little bit.
So I think the biggest thing is just kind of looking back, having that nasty taste in our mouth. So, when we show up to the stadium, we're going to know, obviously what happened last time we was there. So I think the only thing, not so much looking back, but I think we're motivated, motivated to get back there and, kind of redeem myself, planning it. I know it's a different team, but at the same time, in that stadium. So, I haven't really, been talking about it, honestly. I haven't heard guys talking about it, but at the same time, we know what happened the last time we played there. So it's kind of like we just use it as motivation.
All right, thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right, Tremaine, that's all we got. Thank you.
All right, thank you.